Hello, my love. How are you? Do you know what really grinds my gears is when I hear someone referring to our kids or the this teen generation, when someone refers to them as a snowflake, because it's not very kind. It's a sort of a bit of an insult. It's a derogatory comment, and it's basically implying that our kids are far too sensitive and they can't cope with the stresses and strains of the world today, and I think it's doing them a huge disservice. Our kids have got so much to contend with. They are being bombarded by information and of all sorts, be it, and if we look at the news, we know that 95% of the information we receive is negative. Many of us adults are sort of able to process this slightly better because we have a bit more perspective about the world. We have experience of the world. I for one, don't even listen to the bloody news because I can't cope with it. So imagine what a 15-year-old mind does, is trying to cope with the fact that we've got wars, the fact that we've got knife crime, the fact that we've got climate change, the fact that we've got an economic situation that's up the left, the fact that most countries are run by clowns anyway. And where does this put our kids as far as the future's concerned? Because I tell you what, I think my generation have really mismanaged it in an absolutely catastrophic way. And so when our kids are crying out for mental health support, I think we should blimmin' well listen to them. I mean, this week is Mental Health Week, which is brilliant because it's sort of it raises awareness, and I still think we need to. The very fact that comments are going around, about snowflakes and how sort of oversensitive our kids are, just shows that we need to keep on banging that drum and explaining the importance of mental health and why we need to learn to be more compassionate and understanding, and being a role model for our kids and supporting them and looking after them and hearing what they've got to say and spotting when they're struggling. Because I don't know about you, but no one bloody well did that for me when I was a teenager, and it sucked. I had a happy childhood. I had many happy sort of years at school, but I still had a messed up head. I still doubted myself. I still had dark days. I still had sort of crisis of confidence, lack of self-esteem, body image was crap. I had all this shit going on in my head, and the adults supporting me didn't have the resources and the knowledge that we have now. And so I wasn't supported. So up until my 40s, until I sort of, started sorting my shit out, I was carrying a hell of a lot of emotional baggage around. So how great that we speak to our kids and support our kids and questioning, what's going on for them and helping them unpack all this crap so that they don't have to walk around like I did, maybe you did, where we just struggled the whole bloody time. How wonderful to be able to support our kids and go, yeah, it sucks, it's really bad sometimes, but also it's a beautiful world out there. So let's gain perspective. Let's give them the opportunity to look for the brighter future rather than sort of sit there and think, well, it's all going to pot, what's the point? But snowflake is not the way of helping our kids. And more to the point, it's not just a phase. It's important that we look after anyone, not just our children, but anyone that is struggling with mental health issues. Because the sooner we acknowledge it, and the sooner we do something about it, and the sooner we take control and look for support or make the changes, the better. Because tiny, tiny changes can have massive results. So let's stop being so bloody judgmental. And let's start understanding that, yeah, our kids know that what's going on in their head better than any of us. So if they say they're struggling, let's listen to them. If they say that they're sick to death with X, Y, and Z, let's listen to them. Let's be the bigger parent. Let's be the bigger person. Let's find ways and solutions to support them so that we can build a healthier, mentally healthier and happier generation of young people. But when our kids are happier, then we are happier. So surely that's got to be the right way of doing it, rather than judging, oh, it wasn't like that in my day. Or, it's wrong. It's wrong to put our own expectations and our own experiences of our childhood and our adolescence on what our kids are experiencing, because the goalposts have bloody well changed. So let's just stop. And if we find ourselves being sort of unkind and using derogatory terms and dismissing what our kids are going through and dismissing what their feelings are, then just stop right there. And let's just be kinder and more compassionate and be the person that we needed when we were young. Because I tell you what, the world would be a hell of a lot better place now if us adults had the support back then. Because I tell you what, there's a lot of stuff where you can see the adults are still jaundiced and cynical and cross and angry, and we're taking it out on our kids, and it's just not right. So let's just stop calling our kids snowflakes. Let's just stop saying that they can't cope and that they're hopeless, and let's just walk beside them and look after them and support them, and let's make it a better world for all of us. Much love.